you most likely are not fat, unless you actually are fat with jelly rolls on your arm and actually fat with like double triple chin. You guys mostly are not fat. In fact, you guys are more likely skinny fat, meaning you guys are skinny and have belly. And I want to help you change and build a fantastic physique from there. What's up? I am Young Legend. I help young men build muscle to attract girls and gain respect from men. If you guys are interested, I have a program down below, so check it out. I have my online PDF with goes over training and dieting, everything you need to know about building muscle. Included in there's 6 bonuses for you guys, which is my one-to-one coaching, my online videos, so basically I have online courses, my online cookbook, how to get shredded, and then what do you call it? I have other things in there. I have a lot more, and on top of that, I will be doing other stuff inside of that program too. So, if you guys have like suggestions, I will literally add it inside the program for you guys. So check it down below, and I have a video going over everything inside of it. It's amazing, and I think you guys will really like it. So check out that if you're interested. But anyways, back to the video. So you guys are most likely not skinny fat. You guys most likely fat. You guys are skinny fat. That means you're skinny and yet fat at the exact same time. Kind of like you're almost like developing like a woman. Men these days are developing like women. It's so sad because like they develop, like they're literally developing man boobs, and that's not okay, man. It's okay to have a chest, like a big chest, and that's good. It's good to have a big chest. I respect and props to anyone who has big chests, but anyone who has like man boobs and like looks all feminine, their body is developing like feminine, like all skinny and like kind of like, and all their weight's coming to the belly. They're developing like women. It's not okay, man. And to that, a lot of people from there would cut down. Like they cut down so they could lose the body fat. And I actually been there before, and I actually want to tell that story of when I actually was like skinny fat and I was like cutting down. So this was back in, I'll say 2021. I think that's when I didn't take sorry word sorry I didn't like I didn't put this in words. I'm very just like completely, I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Let me just take a deep breath. So this is around 2021, and I didn't like check the dates. I didn't keep track of when I actually started becoming consistent with self-improvement, bodybuilding, stuff like that, and developing myself. So it was around 2021. So I remember I was starting to get into fitness, right? Because I was starting to get fitness. And I remember I started watching videos of like bodybuilders and stuff like that, and like they're all like so shredded, so lean. I want like everyone wants that six-pack abs. Everyone wants that six-pack abs. And I was just watching videos of six-pack abs, and I started like training. Oh my goodness, I used to train my abs all the time. Even like before I like started getting into it a lot more in 2021. Like I would say around like maybe 2020 is kind of like when I started getting into a little bit of training abs here and there, but it wasn't really that serious. 2021 was kind of more serious, but not really. And I was like training my abs here and there, doing a lot of cardio, trying to cut down, but then it eventually hit me. Like I realized if I cut down, I was like watching a video of Hamza's, and this is like during cafeteria time. I was eating food, and I was like just having my earbuds in. I was like just watching a video, and it was talking about how if you cut down right now, if you're skinny fat and you cut down right now, you're gonna have skinnier arms. You're gonna have skinnier wrists. Sure, you have a six-pack abs, but you have really, really skinny arms, and those two do not go well together. Instead, you should bulk up and build the muscle. So I actually started with cutting down first, and everything felt wrong. I'm pretty sure I was doing it wrong, and I wasn't tracking my calories. Nothing was going great. My arms were getting smaller, and my like belly fat was going down by a little bit, but it was only by a little bit. And I was like, worried because my arms were getting smaller and smaller. And I I wasn't athletic. This wasn't good. So then I realized I need to start bulking up. So then I actually started like taking it seriously, bulking up, and I actually started working out like very seriously and really intensely. Like there was like some nights where it would be like really late and I'll just be working out just to make sure I get the workout in. And I've, been doing that since. And now I'm here. So my advice to you is if you're skinny fat, because most people aren't, you guys are not fat. You guys, in fact, most of you guys are skinny fat, skinny, or fat. Either one of the three, or actually just aesthetic. And to that, props if you are. But one of the three, and two of the three you will need to bulk up on. And that means I would highly recommend meal prepping. Meal prepping, when I added meal prepping into my whole workout routine and dieting routine, now I don't really have to since it's the summertime and I can cook, I can manage what I'm eating pretty easily, especially for dinner time. And every meal I cook. But when I go to school, I can't cook. I can't pull out the skillet and just. I wish I could, but no, I can't. So I have to meal prep, or either because if I just don't meal prep, I'm just gonna eat whatever, and that's not good. So, but most of you guys, even if you're at home, I highly recommend meal prepping. I highly recommend it. It's so good, so much better for you. Unless you guys are meticulous, track your calories, then besides the point, meal prep is amazing. So once I started meal prepping, that's when I started actually making tons of progress. That's when I combined working out with meal prepping, eating bunch of calories. It was insane. I remember even before I was meal prepping, I was actually having a hard time. I was just trying to eat everything. When I was bulking up, I tried to eat everything in my way just to bulk up. I tried to eat as clean as possible, obviously, because I didn't want to get any fat, but I was still just not making any progress as much as when I started actually meal prepping. Meal prepping is above just eating whatever. Especially since if you're not used to cooking for yourself and cooking so many meals, meal prepping is really just it is literally the tutorial, and just it gets you set up for everything. So I highly recommend meal prepping, especially if you get you make multiple servings. Oh my goodness. I remember I would have I have videos up of me having a meal prep this high, and it was crazy, from the ground up to this high, almost as tall as me, and I would just be able to just keep eating more. So then that allowed me to put on a lot more muscle, and especially you combine that with working out consistently, that actually helped me a lot. And even still, you guys didn't have excuses oh, I don't have a gym. Guess what? I didn't have a gym either. I didn't even have a pole bar for most of my time. I only had 25 dumbbells. And eventually that's really light for me now. Sure, when I started out, that was actually pretty hard for me, curling that, but eventually that came really easy. So I highly recommend you get some good equipment, but if you can, and start going to the gym. If you have a gym membership, start going to the gym consistently. I highly recommend it. I'm trying to go to the gym as much as I can, trying to beg my parents because I don't drive right now, sadly. But go to the gym as much as you can and maximize those gains, definitely. But meal prepping, there's so much more difference. I remember do you know those pastas that come, you buy pastas from the store, and it's one container is 8 servings, 11 servings. I remember I would there's times when I was waking up when I'd eat the whole thing, but that did not compare, even though that definitely does help you build a lot of muscle and progress. That did not compare it to progress I made during meal prepping. I remember there's one chili I used to make. You think you can eat a lot until you get to that chili. I almost regret eating meals. I dreaded eating meals because how much I was eating, just to gain muscle mass, and I was doing working out too. Also, I highly recommend, learn from my mistakes, bro. Learn from my mistakes. Add in cardio. when you're bulking up, add in cardio too. Especially if you're skinny fat, then it allows you to build muscle and lose, not sure, you won't lose ton of fat, but you'll lose at least a good percentage. And if you train your abs too, trust me. I know Alex Eubank, really popular YouTuber, then says, "Oh, don't train abs." Like, "Oh, I don't train abs. Look at me, I have a six pack." I mean, think about this. Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the best physiques. I even have his book, bro. Watch this, bro. Oh, that's the wrong book. That's the wrong giant textbook. Bruh, I have his own book. I read his stuff. He had one of the most phenomenal physiques of all time. In my opinion, he had probably the peak physique. He is like the best physique, in my opinion. Maybe a little too big, sure, for most people. But for bodybuilding, he had a really big physique and yet really lean too. He was really cut and shredded, yet at the same time big. He had a perfect balance. And another, like, I watched Pumping Iron too. He balanced his body. Like, I could tell too when I was like watching Pumping Iron. Like, one shoulder is not as big as the other shoulder. They're all equal. Everything symmetrical. And sometimes I even struggle with that too. Like sometimes one shoulder is bigger than the other shoulder. You may see that in pictures of me, and like that's the reason why you got to even out. Same thing with his legs. His legs were even. His whole body was even. His chest was even. Everything was even, and he had a fantastic physique. But he still trained abs, because ab training is majorly important. Most bodybuilders train abs. So if most bodybuilders do it, why don't you do it? Right? Training abs is really important. I'm going way off subject here, but it's really important for you to train abs. And bulk up, man. If you're skinny fat, do not cut down. Do not cut down. Learn from my mistake. But add cardio in too. So that's another thing. If you want to like start losing some fat, add cardio and ab training in, just so you could, when you cut down, you're think about this. When you bulk up right now, and if you train your abs when you're bulking up, when you cut down and you have your trained abs, you have your abs of steel ready. So guess what? Once you cut down, you have your abs of steel. That's one of my major mistakes. I did not incorporate training cardio and abs as much as I should have. And now I suffer from that. So take my pain points and learn from it, please. So adding cardio. One of my favorite things to do for cardio. It's really fun cardio too. Like this cardio is really fun. I really like to do it. You could download a interval timer. Those are, I think it's called interval training timers. And I have it like 1 minute on, 30 seconds off. And I would do skip rope, right? I don't have a actual skip rope right now, or I have one, but I don't know where it's at right now. And also, like, usually most of the time I'm working out inside my living room. Most of the time, actually, sadly. I wish I could go to the gym more, bro. Pray that I get my driver's license soon. I haven't even started like the license process yet. I haven't even touched it yet, so I'm gonna like speed run it as fast as I can. I'm actually legit gonna speed run it, try to get as fast as I can. Try to find methods to get it fast. I know Hamza, he was able to get in like either a week or a couple days. So like, I mean, that's incredible. Maybe UK law is different from US laws. Anyways, way off subject. But skip rope, right? I do it 1 minute on, 30 seconds off. So I do that for 10 minutes, and then sometimes I'll do that twice. If you feel like good enough, you go 3 times. And then also sometimes I would do the boxer style too. That's really fun. Is when you like start doing like where you shuffle your feet, or you like, I can't really, hold a second, let me get on my chair. But where you're like kind of like skipping like that. And so like I have these little things that you can get online. So it's like, it acts like a rope. There's like a little weight. It's like a ball with a little weight at the end, and you like just kind of like, hold on a second, let me pause, I'll show you real quick. Alright, I'm talking about these, okay? I'll show you what I can do with these in a second. Hold up. This is one of my favorite cardio right now, especially since I don't usually, it's late, like I'm gonna work out, it's late at night, I can't really go anywhere, can't go outside, it's kind of late, can't really do skip rope, so I do this. Should be able to like swing around, just like a jump rope. and I would like jump my legs back and forth like this. And that's just a really fun cardio. It's a good way to get cardio in and add an ab training too. So that's what I recommend. Please enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Check out more videos of mine. And yeah, comment down below if you have any suggestions, any ideas, likes, obviously. And yeah, remember, train to failure always. Train 100% to failure. Always. Alright, Jesus loves you. Been praying for you guys. Also, please check out my links down below, bro. Check out my product. I just released it. Just released my product. I'm so excited for you guys. And I'm able to work one-on-one with you guys and work with you guys to help you get the progress that you want and deserve. And yeah. Alright, peace. Jesus loves you, bro.